Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Umbaglo, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac, hello internet.
Good day. So last time we played a pretty interesting Foundry mission, and we are going to get back to its sequel. I haven't actually looked yet to see if the third part's out yet, but we know we can do the second part. But for now, we're actually going to do a new featured episode because Season 14.5 just released. This one seems really quite interesting. It's basically like following straight on from the previous one, and now we're just going to go and interview the Tzenkethi captain who helped us out.
Now actively seeking asylum and claims to have more tactical
On
information.
Deep Space
Yeah, on
Nine.
Deep Space
I'd like you
Nine.
to debrief the
Because,
captain and
they
determine the
announced
nature of this
the new
information.
expansion.
That's right. So
Did we talk, had that happened when the last time we recorded?
no,
Or no?
that was after the last time we recorded. So yeah, like it was clear that they were leading up to the new expansion, or to a new expansion. But they hadn't like officially said anything. All right, so where do I need to go to? Somewhere in DS9. Well, let's go to ops and see. Yeah, so they finally announced the new expansion, and it's going to be based on the Delta Gamma quadrant. Keep getting those two mixed up.
Delta's where Voyager happened, Gamma's where DS9 happened.
Yes. Why?
It is, in fact, called Victory is Life.
Yeah, and one
Which
of
is what the Jem'Hadar say.
Yeah, and on that note, like one of the things that's kind of interesting is that they actually are going to be adding the Jem'Hadar as a faction, which I've kind of been expecting for a while, but I expected them to be added as part of the Cardassians, to be honest.
Yeah.
It says on DS9.
No, you get outside DS9, you can start it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
This mission is actually...
Like outside in the sector map.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this...
Also, it's single player only, so we're just kind of doing it side by side.
Alright, so I gotta leave the system. That's actually, like, slightly annoying because it's like...
I know,
I'll
it says go to Deep Space Nine, like,
Yeah, like, I'll just transwarp to Deep Space Nine, which takes me into the sector. That's fine. Alright, begin... I mean, like, to be honest, like, a lot of these missions do start from sector space, or from system space, but it says at DS9, which makes me think, yeah, I'm gonna be on the station.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's actually begin the mission then.
Yeah, so the thing I wasn't clear on was, like, whether the Jem'Hadar were an actual faction, or if they just were letting you make
Welcome to Deep Space Nine.
Jem'Hadar
It
characters for the existing
seemed
factions.
pretty clear that they were
The
saying it
Tzenkethi
was a
officer is
Jem'Hadar
in the far
faction,
room
but
of the
you know what?
A Starfleet captain.
I'm going to
Fact check.
I'm going to pull it up right now and see what it says.
I guess the wiki will tell us.
Yeah,
Oh, nope, it says faction.
that's what I remember seeing.
The faction starts at level 60, and will move up to level 65.
Okay.
So they're like, the hell are they called in WoW? The Death Knights, where
Oh,
they
yeah,
start
yeah.
like super high level.
And also, they have basically announced all the returning cast members, which is, at this point, like, the only major cast members from Deep Space Nine who are not going to be in Star Trek Online is like the Ciscos.
Dax,
Okay, yeah.
O'Brien. I think that's actually
I
it.
think that's actually it.
Good to see you again.
I'm now running through the cast of G69 in my head.
Because like the latest batch of announcements even included the female changeling.
Yes. Yeah. So, I'll just run through them. Renee Auberjonois, I believe I pronounced correctly, as Odo. Armin Shimmerman returning as Quark. Nana Visitor returning as Kira. J.G. Hertzler returning as Martok, though he's already in the game. Andrew Robinson returning as Garrick.
That's great.
Alexander Siddig returning as Bashir.
Also great.
Aaron Eisenberg returning as Nog, though again he was already, in the game. Most importantly of all, Jeffrey Combs returning as both Wayun and Brunt.
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey Combs being probably my favorite character actor ever, and if you have never seen Reanimator, go watch it because he's amazing. Chase Masterson as Lita, though she's kind of been in the game, sort of.
Like she was the first returning actor, but but it was always as a hologram of her and not as her.
Yeah, it's like they point out this is the first time you're meeting the actual Lita, because before it was Hollow Lita or Mirror Lita.
Yeah.
Max Grodenchek as Rom.
That one,
Bumper Robinson as...
That one I think is actually really cool because they've not done much with the Nagus at all.
Yeah. Bumper Robinson is Dukan Rex, who's a Jem'Hadar in like one episode who kind of got... What's the word I'm looking for? He got like more plot than most Jem'Hadar got. And Salome Jens as the female changeling.
That's actually like probably the
it's a good
most
list
that they've gotten in one batch.
Let me go back and see what. I should probably actually be doing the mission, but whatever.
Yeah, I just started given the cutscene starting of the story.
Let's not keep the Admiral waiting, Ensign. Put him...
Yeah, Delta Rising only had 6.
Okay. That's actually a few more than I thought that they had added, but I was clearly misremembering some people.
Well, one of them was what was her name? The dead people race, Kabali.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a main cast member. And then Agents of Yesterday added... I guess Walter Koenig, Chris Doohan. Most of the Agents of Yesterday stuff was repurposed lines from, archived recordings.
Mm-hmm. So, people will probably notice something interesting going on my screen here, which is that this mission has you playing as Captain Parth and not your own character. Which is like a neat thing. I can't remember. Like suddenly, like I got into this and I was like, I remember something where I've played as someone else, but I'm probably thinking of the redone Doomsday Device missions where they have you using a different ship.
Yeah, you're controlling a new ship, but not a new person.
Yeah.
It's a neat idea, though.
It is.
But yeah, no, Victory's Life, they're increasing level cap to 65. Assumedly, they're going to add a whole bunch of new ships, but I don't think they said they're doing beyond Tier 6.
Yeah, they haven't said anything yet, but like we'll see.
I doubt they will.
I'm not expecting them to increase the tiers just yet.
We're not warriors. Spare us, please. They've hacked our comms. Please stop.
I mean, given the way Tier 6 does the scaling, I don't think they need to actually add new ships.
Yeah, because tier 6 will auto scale to a degree.
I just assume it's going to scale more with the higher level.
Yes.
What I could see them doing is adding like Mark 15, Mark 16 equipment.
Scanners! We have no weapons.
Yeah.
Just stick it in
That'll probably happen.
That's just me guessing, though. They haven't actually said anything yet. The other thing I'm wondering is, I mean, since they're adding a Jem'Hadar faction, my God, the ship you're controlling this is super powerful.
It is. It's real beefy.
But since they're adding a Jem'Hadar faction, I'm wondering what's going to happen in regards to those C-store, well, not C-store, lockbox and R&D ships, because those are like the base Jem'Hadar ships, but they're also in the game currently super expensive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. On the other hand, also, like, they could just add those, and you can only have them as Jem'Hadar.
Mm-hmm. So
then it would still be valuable to have them as a Federation or a Klingon or Romulan through the lockbox versions.
So we'll definitely see a little bit more as we get closer to release, which also they've announced is in July.
Yeah,
so not too far away.
Not too far. They're usually pretty good about announcing the expansions like 3 or 4 months beforehand.
Yeah. They haven't said anything about whether there's going to be a pre-order bundle
there
yet.
will be. There will
I'm
be.
positive there will be, because, like, hey, there's a new faction, which means that they need to have ships.
Yeah, as I say, there's literally no reason for them not to.
Mm-hmm.
Though I expect them only to have, like, maybe 5 or 6 ships.
Yeah, it'll probably be very similar to...
Because there's only one... there's only going to be one tier because they're starting at level 60.
Mm-hmm.
I will not forget you.
Yeah,
So
they didn't need a full list like they did for Agents of Yesterday, or for the Romulan one,
Legacy Romulus.
Yeah, Legacy Romulus. But also, both of them had a very large selection of ships, because not only did they have like the 1 to 50 and 1 to 60 versions, but they also had versions of those ships at max level. So, like, essentially, the Agents of Yesterday pool was double the ships for the 23rd century Starfleet people, and then 3 ships for everyone else. I think it was. So yeah, I could see the bundle for Victoria's Life being 5 to 8.
Yeah, my guess is they'll do like 5 Jem'Hadar ships and then like maybe 3 cross-faction ships, or
but
maybe not cross-faction, but other faction ships. Because they got to throw in something for people who just want to keep playing their Federation dudes.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever faction that they're currently playing.
Yeah.
50 critics as Tashan drops the bomb. Again. Oh, I'll take that bet. I'm standing right here, you know.
Of course, watch this next time we record. This will totally have all been brought out, making all our conjecture useless. But it's fun to speculate beforehand.
Yeah. But like we'll see soon enough. Like, it's going to be like maybe a month or 2. Well, it shouldn't be 2 months. Like, it really should be within a few weeks that they're going to announce a pre-order bundle, if they're even going to have one.
I want to say 99% sure they'll have one, because they earn that much money with those things.
Yeah.
Getting all that voice talent back can't be cheap.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Jeffrey Combs is in the game now.
Yeah.
I love Jeffrey Combs so much.
Yeah, the really there is like only one return, like one more character I'd like to see return, and like he's not gonna be in something like this. That just wouldn't make any sense. Because I think they need. I really think Vic needs to come back, but there is no reason for that.
Oh yeah, as I said, they would have a hard time.
Oh yeah, there would
James
be
Darren.
There would be no reason for him to be in anything like this. But I really like him.
Remember what happened on Hatari.
Yeah, I honestly would want to see O'Brien back.
Yeah,
just because I want more Bashir O'Brien dynamic.
I wonder if they're going, because like O'Brien's son is already in the game, but they like do nothing with him. I want to say.
I mean, he's the chief engineer of the Enterprise.
Oh, did they find? Okay, yeah. For a long time, like he was in the place where you had to go to do R&D. And it was
when they added the. At least I think when they added the Enterprise F, I think they said he was.
Yeah, I
chief
also
engineer.
think you're right. I also think you're right.
I mean, it would be hilarious if they got one of the babies who played him back in the show to voice him. But honestly, the odds of that those kids acting anymore is fairly nil.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want these eggs to hatch if they knew what was inside them.
I'm sure there's other Trek actors they could get.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, maybe not even Trek actors, just, notable voice actors or something. Get, like, Johnny Young Bosch to voice him or something. He voices everybody and everything.
Oh, geez, I remember this area.
Yeah, this is that mission.
This is that area.
I'm actually wondering, since they have Jeffrey Combs doing Brunt and Wayun, I'm wondering if they might later do some Enterprise cast members and have him voice the, God, what are they called? Andorian he played in that.
Oh.
Status report, Captain. Having reached
Yes, sir. We found something interesting.
Because, I mean, Enterprise is the only major Trek show they haven't really gotten anyone from yet.
Yeah. Like they've added a bunch of stuff from Enterprise, but I don't think they've really added anyone.
I mean, and basically do that, they'd basically be having to do another time travel expansion.
Yeah.
I think there's a few cast members from that. I'm willing to bet they could probably get Connor Trinneer back to voice Southern dude. What was his name?
But like at the same time, I don't. Because like at this point, if they were to do something based on Enterprise, like they've already kind of closed the loop on that. Because
they can always reopen it.
They could, but like
or I mean, it might not even be a whole new expansion. It's just be a couple featured episodes.
Mm-hmm. Because yeah, like a lot of the Agents of Yesterday plot was about stuff from Enterprise. Like it was about the temporal Cold War and like closing the loop on that one. Well, quote unquote closing the loop.
Well, actually, I take it back. They got Matt Winston to come back as the temporal agent too, but yeah, I meant like main cast members. I also wonder if they did the legwork to kind of maybe do that stuff and just decided it wasn't going to work out or wasn't cost effective.
Maybe.
Or maybe they figure people just don't like Enterprise that much.
Priming for detonation. Now.
So I gotta say, the abilities you get as horror is actually interesting.
Yeah, these are pretty nice. I just wish I could set the auto fire on though. Like it doesn't seem to be working.
Because your quote unquote weapon is
It's a fist.
Is your fist?
Yeah.
Just punch everything over and over and over again.
Battle squad reporting. Need to stabilize the proto matrix here.
But like, yeah, most of the weapons here are like pretty effective. Like
I think they want you to feel like a walking engine of destruction.
yeah, because like that's how the Tzenkethi have been like presented for a while now.
It's like you're a friggin' brute from Halo.
The bomb's ready. We're stuck in here. Transporters can't lock on.
Oh, the bomb team is stuck inside the building. That's not good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they won't be horribly sacrificed in the name of the mission. Giving you a,
We're reading a large number of life signs.
you know, another moral dilemma as to what you're doing.
My men are still trapped.
Unfortunate. We don't have time to instruct.
Sir, give us a little more time.
You have your orders, Captain. Your men are acceptable losses.
No, sir. I would not.
Yeah, and then I just beam away, leaving them to their doom.
They knew the risks.
Those men to die. And for what? So the Admiral could reach his next genocide on time. It was madness.
So there were no evacuation plans? No rescue efforts?
None. The Autarch's orders were quite clear on those matters. And the Admiral was all too willing to execute those orders. When we reached the Atosi system, it had become clear.
Okay, he did not say they knew the risks.
No.
He did say there are acceptable losses, though.
Yeah.
All distant scans suggested the presence of Dratsuli infestation. We'll need to be certain.
Yes, sir. Let's hope this...
This is Counselor Hale Atunum. I speak for the Atosi people. We know of you, Tzenkethi, and your purpose here. If you scan our planet, you'll discover that it is free of the bioform objects you seek to destroy. A scan of scour the moon as you will. It is devoid of life. Atosi Prime...
They could always also do another time travel plot as an excuse to bring in Discovery stuff.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that just a little bit ago.
Verify the location of the
There was...
No signs of infestation, Captain. Shall we scan the moon next?
Yes. Help. Set a course for the Atosi moon.
Sorry.
what was I
Yeah,
saying?
you're about to say.
There was a tweet a while back from Anthony Rapp, who plays the engineer on Discovery, joking like, "I'd love to get to play in a video game," and there was a reply from whoever ran the STO
A large concentration.
social media account saying, "Call us." I don't know how serious it will end up being, but
Prepare the torpedo launcher.
As you can see, we have been truthful.
Captain, return to the planet and...
As you...
I'm picking up low-level signs of infestation across the...
Negative, Admiral. I believe the Atosi were being truthful here.
It could be residual traces left behind when they moved.
Sir, with all due respect, Atosi crime is not a threat to us.
There is every need, Captain. Since you appear to be incapable of following my orders,
Yeah, there we go.
Atosi Prime myself.
Admiral, no.
How?
This is like War Crimes the Mission.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we're not a threat. We're not.
I could stomach no more after that. I could no longer walk upon the path of madness. My crew felt the same. Together, we began to walk a new path.
It is done. In light of your service to the Autarch and the Coalition, I will not have you shot for treason. If it were anyone else, be warned.
Yes, you do. Helm, get us out of here.
Admiral Tzenkethi has a lot to answer for. We can only hope the Tzenkethi Crusade has come to...
That path, that choice, led me to where we are now. Walking it ultimately gave me the strength to stand against the Admiral and defect to the... Friend,
That was a fun little mission.
Yeah.
superiors have the same opinion as well. As long as the Autarch lives, I shall abide by their decision. Until...
I'm still hoping that all this stuff ends eventually with us getting a Tzenkethi bridge officer.
That'd be cool.
And hey, like, Captain Parr says that they'll help us if we need to go up against like the rest of them. So, but yeah, like that was actually a pretty like just interesting little mission. Like, it's nice for them to do something like a little bit different. Show like show what drove Captain Parr.
It's clear that the
Yeah.
Autarch is dedicated to wiping out every last threat to Tzenkethi by any means necessary.
Also start hoarding some specialization points because I'm sure they'll be adding new ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think they actually are. So, yeah, a little bit of cryptic news. In this season, I believe they added that new one.
Oh, Miracle Worker, yeah.
No, not Miracle Worker, Constable.
Oh, okay.
I think this time I'm going to pick up the console, because
I should actually look at that.
that console looks real good. Go to skills, specialization. So, Constable's gimmick, it's... Okay, so it's
Yeah,
only
okay.
available as a secondary. It's only available as a secondary? I thought it was available as a... Okay. Its thing... So, one of the things that Cryptic wanted to do with it was... kind of stop like having the specializations split between space and ground. Like if you look at other specializations, it'd be like, hey, this is a space skill and this is a ground skill. And like in some cases, it was literally the same skill, just this is the version that you use on ground and this is the version that you use in space. So like if I go to like here, close the gap is a space skill and a ground skill. Like these are all for both. Which is not to say that like Cryptic is going to start making everything for everything, because like I think they still kind of like the idea of Commando, which was a ground combat specialized one, but Constable is one where they're just playing around with making it be useful for everyone. And what let's try and get back to just a basic default. The basic idea of the specialization is that when you are like when it's active, whoever your target will be. If you here it is. So if you have your target targeted for 4 seconds or more, they become flagged as your antagonist, and then basically all the abilities start applying to them. So by default, with no other points in the ability, you get some armor penetration on all shots fired against the antagonist. Then you get, like here, 15% flight speed or run speed if you are facing. So basically, if you are moving towards the antagonist, or which goes up to 30%. Weapons gain a chance to remove buffs from your antagonist. That's actually pretty cool. Decreases stealth rating. Bonus damage resistance rating to damage that didn't come from your antagonist. Increased effectiveness of control effects.
Gotta get that quirk.
And there you go. Increased damage to your antagonist, which is like down at the bottom. But a portion of hit point healing directed at your antagonist is instead given to you. That's actually interesting. I don't know how much it applies outside of PvP, but that's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then you can also reduce their health regeneration rate. Weapons gain a chance to slow. It's like this is like a neat set of like debuffs that you can apply to an enemy that you target. That's the button I actually want to click. That you just like whoever is your so like essentially this is the boss fighting specialization, because like those are the enemies that you're going to have targeted for a long period of time.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking exactly like, hey, crystalline entity event.
Yeah.
Not that it matters at this point. People kill that thing so
yeah,
fast anyway.
but still, like it's actually still kind of a neat idea, and I like that they did it. Let's see. If I go here, what's new in season 4.5? Yeah, so it's basic. Those are basically what they've added for this season. They didn't even like put in a new lockbox yet, but they did.
They're basically just doing Infinity Lockbox for a long time.
Yeah. They did also make a minor set of changes to the Infinity Lockbox. To basically, like, because... Alright, so... what used to happen with Infinity Lockboxes and was generally happening in lockboxes in general, which based on what they're saying for the Infinity, they're probably going to change on regulars, is... When you opened up a lockbox, there were basically 2 prizes that you got. It rolled to see which item reward you got, and then it rolled to see how many of the Lobi crystals that you got. However, the roll for the Lobi crystals also included an ultra rare T6 ship. So you essentially had the possibility to get a rare ship twice, but the ultra rare T6 one was ultra rare, so it was a lot harder to come by. Cryptic kind of decided that, like, yeah, that wasn't really that fun. Yes, it kind of doubled your chances at getting a like top tier T6 ship, or at least a prize T6 ship, I should really say it, because like really a lot of these ships aren't that much different from what you can just get in game normally. They're just more interesting, or they have different stuff about them. So what they've done is they've just merged all the T6 prizes that were available in the Infinity Lockbox into just one box. So like if you roll the Infinity Prize Pack T6 ship, it includes all the T6 ships that are available in the Infinity Prize Box. Likewise, because they had been converting so many older T5 ships to T6 versions, they've also kind of amalgamated some of the old T5 ship prize packs into just a single T5 ship prize pack. So I think what they had done before is that they had separated the T5 prize ships into the ones that were prizes and the ones that were like basically the prizes from old ships back before it was T6, and then they had a separate box for like these were like the secondary prizes, like these were the lower tier ship prizes, like when we started getting T6 lock boxes. And I think that's what they did. Like they just had those as two separate boxes, and it just amalgamated them into one. They should also start doing that with some of their other rewards, because like there's still some, I want to say like some of the mod packs, some of the kit packs, and the duty officer prizes are still like individual roles, and not like a consolidated box that you choose from. And like they should probably change that. But otherwise, like it's still a nice just amalgamation of rewards, so that there's slightly better chances at getting what you're looking for, even if the whole system's still pretty bad.
I mean, it's a loot box.
Yeah.
But this free game, so whatever.
Yeah, kinda. Like, I don't know.
Second Battlefront 2.
Like, I just don't think lockboxes are good design, period.
Nah, not really, but they kind of necessary evil in free games to make money.
I don't know, because like they seem to be doing pretty well otherwise, but yeah, like I don't know what their finances were like. I don't know what their finances are like. It's just it's frustrating, but that I think is pretty much everything that's been going on since the last time we recorded. Unless there's another featured episode or something. But next time we record, we will probably be doing the second part of that Foundry mission. So
hopefully be sooner than later.
Hopefully sooner than later. So that will be it for us for this week. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.